It's another morning with another battle. Your kid's still in pajamas, and you've officially crossed over from asking to pleading, and honestly, you're exhausted. Your voice has that edge to it now. Your jaw is clenched. And somewhere between asking nicely and losing your patience entirely, you crossed a line you promised yourself you wouldn't cross this morning. Sound familiar? Here's the truth nobody tells you. Every time you repeat an instruction, you're accidentally teaching your child that your words don't matter the first time. Today, I'm showing you a simple 3-step method that changes this pattern completely. No yelling, no begging, no becoming someone you don't recognize. The dinner table scene. You know too well. Please put the tablet down. Dinner's ready. Nothing. Did you hear me? Your food is getting cold. Still absorbed in the screen? That's when your voice changes. I said put it down. Now. But here's what really stings. You know you'll ask 2 more times before anything happens. And by the time they finally respond, after your voice hits that certain tone, it's not because they listened. It's because they detected the shift from mom's asking to mom's done. This isn't happening because your child is disrespectful. And you're not failing as a parent. This is the number one struggle families face. It's happening because of an accidental pattern you've created. And patterns can be broken. Why your child has selective hearing. Here's the breakthrough that changes everything. When you repeat yourself without following through, you're not teaching your child to listen. You're teaching them exactly when they need to start paying attention, and it's never the first time. I know this sounds backwards. You repeat because they're not listening, right? Wrong. Here's what's actually happening. Your child's brain has learned that requests 1 through 4 are just noise. White noise. Ignorable. The real instruction, the one that matters, comes when your voice changes. When the edge appears, when you sound done. Think about your morning alarm. You've probably set multiple alarms, right? The first one, background noise. The second, still sleeping. The third, that's when you actually open your eyes. You trained your own brain that the first alarms don't count. Your child's brain is doing the same thing with your instructions. They've learned through experience that get dressed numbers 1 through 3 are optional. Request 4 or 5 with a frustrated tone, that's the real deadline. You're not teaching them to listen. You're teaching them to ignore you until you sound serious. And here's the key. This isn't defiance. This is just how brains learn patterns. What's really happening in your child's brain? Your child is building a block tower, completely absorbed. Their entire brain is locked into this one activity. Then you call from the kitchen, time to get dressed. From your perspective, simple request. From their perspective, you just ask them to stop mid-thought, shift their entire focus, remember what you said, fight the urge to keep building, and physically do something they don't want to do all at once. Here's what most parents don't know. The part of the brain that handles task switching and resisting impulses doesn't fully develop until the mid-20s. When your child is deeply focused, their brain genuinely isn't processing the meaning of your words. It takes real mental effort to pull themselves out. Now here's where the repeating makes it worse. When you repeat multiple times before following through, you're teaching their brain that immediate response isn't required. They learn to filter your voice into background audio until the tone shifts. You're not fighting your child's personality, you're changing a learned pattern. The 3-step solution that actually works. Ready for the method? It's 3 steps, and the first one takes 10 seconds. Step 1. Connect before you direct. Most parents give instructions from across the room. Get dressed. From the kitchen. Did you hear me? From the hallway. Stop doing that. If you want your child to listen, you need their attention first. Here's how. Walk over to where they are. Soften your face. Kneel to their level. Put your hand gently on their shoulder. Say their name and wait. Jake, wait for eye contact. I need you to listen. Without connection, you're just making noise that competes with whatever already has their attention. And their attention will win every time. This takes 10 seconds. Repeating yourself from 3 rooms away takes 5 minutes. Connection first. Always. Step 2. State the instruction once clearly and calmly. Once you have their attention, give the instruction one time. Not this. Sweetie, remember we talked about getting ready faster? And you promised you'd try harder? Now we're running late. This. Time to get dressed. Underwear and shirt first. Short, clear, calm, specific. Notice. Not get dressed now, but underwear and shirt first. Your tone should be matter of fact, like asking someone to pass the salt, not angry, not pleading, not negotiating. Then stop talking and wait. Count to 10 in your head. Children process slower than adults. They need that silence. If you hit 10 and they haven't moved, no repeating. Move to step 3. Step 3, follow through with presence, not pressure. This is where most parents crack and repeat. Don't. Instead, stay with them. Physically present, calm, expecting follow through. Here's what this looks like in practice. A mom recently used this method when her daughter kept playing with blocks instead of getting dressed. She walked over, knelt down, and gently placed her hand on the tower. Time to pause. Getting dressed first, then blocks. She stood up and waited. Right there. Not hovering, not pressuring. Just there. The child looked at her, looked at the blocks, back at her, and then stood up. Not because she was forced, not because mom yelled, because mom was present, calm, and clearly not leaving. That's follow through. This might also look like walking calmly behind them toward their room so they can't turn back to toys, sitting on their bed while they dress to keep them on task, physically guiding the transition. Time to pause. Close the game first, then you can come back. If they say, "But I'm not done," acknowledge without changing course. "I see you're building. You can finish after we get home. Underwear and shirt now. No second instruction, no raised voice, just calm, consistent presence." What you're communicating. "I meant what I said. I'm not going away. This is happening." Here's what's remarkable. When you follow through with calm presence instead of repeating or yelling, your child's brain starts learning that the first instruction matters. There's no benefit to ignoring you because you're not going to disappear or escalate. You're just going to wait. This isn't passive. This is leadership. What to expect when you start. If you've been repeating for months, your child's brain has learned a pattern. When you change it, they'll test whether this new version is real. Expect resistance, possibly big resistance. Psychologists call this an extinction burst. The behavior gets louder right before it stops. When it gets loud, that's a sign it's working. What to do when they dig in. If they refuse, offer a choice within the boundary. Red shirt or blue shirt? Or do you want to put your shirt on yourself or do you want my help? If they're mid-activity, set a time anchor. When you finish that tower, we're getting dressed. I'll wait right here. If they melt down, stay calm and hold the boundary. I see you're upset. Getting dressed is still happening. I'm going to help you. For a toddler, gently guide their arms into sleeves while narrating calmly. For an older child, use your body to block distractions and shepherd them toward their room. If they physically fight, step back. We don't wrestle. I'll wait here until you're ready to let me help or do it yourself. The boundary stays. Your calm stays. The timeline. How long until this works? It takes consistent repetition over several weeks before a child's brain rewires a pattern. This is how learning works. The first few days will feel awkward. Your child will test you. You'll think, "This isn't working." It is. Be patient. Be consistent. The brain learns what you teach it. The transformation that's coming. Remember that morning 10 minutes late, voice climbing, asking for the 5th time? That version of you wasn't failing. You were trapped in a pattern no one taught you to break. But you can change it starting tomorrow. Step 1. Connect before you direct. Get close. Get their attention. Make eye contact. Step 2. State it once. Clear, calm, specific, then stop talking. Step 3. Follow through. Stay present. Don't repeat. Your calm presence is the teaching. When your child learns that your first instruction carries weight, everything downstream shifts. Not just getting dressed, everything. Mornings get easier. Bedtime gets smoother. The constant power struggles start to dissolve. And you get to show up as the parent you wanted to be. Calm, confident, actually heard. If this resonated with you, share it with another parent who needs to hear it. We're all figuring this out together.